It began as a routine Senate hearing and ended as one of the most chaotic moments ever broadcast from Capitol Hill. On live television, the Senate Judiciary Committee fractured in real time. What was supposed to be a confirmation hearing for one of Donald Trump's nominees erupted into a political and moral standoff that left the room half empty and the nation stunned. The trigger was Emil Bove, Trump's former personal lawyer and now one of his most controversial judicial nominees. When Republican leadership abruptly cut off debate and refused to allow testimony from a whistleblower who accused Bove of encouraging federal officials to defy a court order, Democratic senators rose, denounced the process as a sham, and walked out. Their microphones stayed on, the votes continued, and viewers watched as procedure collapsed into outrage. Senator Cory Booker's voice broke through the noise as he turned to Chairman Chuck Grassley. "Sir, this is wrong."
"You know it's wrong," he said.
"What is Donald Trump saying to you that makes you violate the rules of this committee?" Around him, his colleagues gathered their papers and left the chamber, leaving empty seats and the echo of unfinished arguments. The walkout wasn't a performance, it was an act of protest. Democrats said they were exposing a power grab, not participating in one. By advancing Bove's nomination without debate, they argued, Republicans weren't just bending Senate norms, they were breaking them outright. Booker called it a betrayal of decency, while others warned it was a dangerous precedent that could turn the Senate from a deliberative body into a conveyor belt for political appointments. At the center of the uproar is the allegation that Bove, while serving in the Trump Justice Department, played a role in circumventing a federal court order to continue deportations that had been legally halted. Whistleblower documents, including emails and texts, suggest an internal scramble to justify the actions after the fact. Hundreds of former Justice Department officials from both Republican and Democratic administrations have urged the Senate to reject Bove, warning that his confirmation would erode public trust in the judiciary. Despite the walkout, Republicans pushed ahead with the vote, citing procedural authority. Grassley defended the decision, arguing that the committee had already provided sufficient opportunity for discussion. But the optics were undeniable, senators pleading to be heard while the majority voted in silence. Beyond the drama, the implications are sweeping. The Third Circuit Court, where Bove would serve for life, wields immense influence over issues ranging from reproductive rights to labor protections and executive power. Critics warn that appointing a judge with a record of defying judicial limits could reshape the balance of justice for generations. The episode has reignited an old question with new urgency: whether America's institutions can hold under the weight of partisanship. To some, today's hearing was proof that the system is breaking down in plain sight. To others, it was simply politics as usual. But what happened inside that committee room was more than a fight over one nominee. It was a confrontation over the rules that define democracy itself. When the debate was silenced, the walkout became the statement. And as the Senate floor cleared, the message was unmistakable. If the guardians of deliberation won't protect it, the act of leaving may be the only way left to be heard.